Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be covering something slightly different, and that is the bot jungle problem. So right now at the moment we are in a very bot heavy meta where jungle playing for bot is the optimal way to play the game, and Riot are trying their best to fix it at the moment, and hopefully we'll see this slowly fade out. We don't want it to go away completely because obviously if we end up in a jungle top heavy meta or a jungle mid heavy meta, it will be less favorable to more people, but overall, this does need to change. It's quite powerful at the moment, and Riot are addressing it. So, it is strong for multiple reasons. Snowball potential, really high at the moment. Things like Treasure Hunter and gold heavy bot lanes dominate at the moment. Treasure Hunter is really popular within solo queue, and gold heavy bot lanes, well, exist mostly throughout almost every single pairing. Things like Caitlyn and most other ADCs need a lot of gold to be able to get their damage, and as they get more gold, their damage ramps quite quickly, so it makes them quite heavy in gold. Things like a Jace are also very similar to being quite heavy in gold. Nerfs to invade playstyle. Obviously, junglers now do less damage to enemy camps. This is gonna punish invading overall because you are doing less damage to their camps than they would be doing themselves, so it makes them slower to farm. So ganking bot becomes a bit more optimal, or just ganking in general becomes a bit more optimal than invading, as you are less punished for going after a kill. Low econ junglers can benefit through getting ADC ahead and comeback XP. These things are being addressed. This is why I'm talking about it, like Riot are going to be trying to fix it. High econ junglers can benefit from shared gold and kill XP. This is basically benefiting all junglers. ADC items are really strong at the moment, which makes them quite powerful to get, which is why getting them is a really core part of the game, kind of feeding into this snowball idea. And Drake priority is really high. Drakes are really powerful at the moment, so being able to have your bot lane pushing and then being able to rotate and control the bot side of the map, getting those Drakes, is all really important. It's why we're seeing a lot of Halo Blades, ADCs as supports in pro play at the moment, just so you can get lane dominance and control. So Riot are trying to fix this. Patch 13.2 was a bit either way. We saw some nerfs towards key bot lane duos, things which have been plaguing pro play for a while. Yuumi was killed, Heimerdinger is far less oppressive in the support role, and Lucian Nami was tagged. However, they did buff Chemtech Dragon and Soul. This obviously buffs strikes. ADC adjustments. This was actually a bigger swing in the other direction, I reckon, where ADCs now want their IE or want their Navori significantly more early, because you want the second item most of the time. And Essence Reaver going up in gold and gaining damage makes it more favorable towards getting as a damage and snowball item. Patch 13.3 brought along some overhill, brought along an overhill buff, which increases the tankiness of ADC. This does very little towards buffing, it does little towards buffing the snowball potential. If anything, it's kind of either way. It means that you want more levels in your marksman, because then your marksman can hit those breakpoints quicker. But it did get nerfed. It's technically a nerf before level 5, so it's not as impacting as other things within what they're doing. Early jungle ganks were a hit. Treat gold now being 20 seconds encourages you to farm more often. XP from large monsters going up also encourages farming. Stealth or trinket bit going down early means that you can have more vision across the bot side of the map. It's not going to get utilized as much as in higher elo or pro play, but it's still quite a nice buff. It means you can have an opportunity to ward and track enemy junglers more often. Tower damage also going up, decentralizes diving. This is just a problem across most of the lanes. Junglers have it almost too easy with diving at the moment. Things like Elise and Jarvan were really... Jarvan is currently really strong. Elise is getting nerfed, and so is Jarvan. So this benefited champs which just liked being able to dive under tower and drop aggro. Maokai, Elise, for example. And Umbral Glaive going up and the cooldown on it and range ward damage. This de-incentivizes range support, as this tags it a bit. It's not a lot, but it does tag it a bit. This Umbral Rush is not going to be as powerful. The cooldown also going up means that vision's not going to be cleared as easily. So overall, it's a positive change towards making it so there's more vision across the bot side of the map. These were quite nice. It was a good step in the right direction. Support tanks also got buffed, so you're looking at champs which less want to get pushed but more want to get all in. It does increase snowball potential, but in turn it also means that lane push isn't going to be as powerful because you're going to be playing champs which don't have as good lane push. Of course, these champs can still lane push, it's just they're not ranged to it, it's more punishing towards them lane pushing. This patch, which is coming up, which is the one where it's like a lot of big changes towards helping nerf this playstyle. Samira, a really heavily snowball favored ADC who's doing really well in the high snowball environment at the moment, is getting nerfed early game, and the R effectiveness is going down. So they're nerfing a snowball marksman. Maokai is being nerfed for the jungle. The AP, like the Demonics Maokai, which is doing really well at the moment, is being tagged with the E's, losing a lot of power. And his Q is gaining max health, so it's pushing him more towards the top lane. Still benefits his jungle, but this is definitely going to tag his E and his ability to kind of just run rampant throughout the jungle. Elise is taking a big hit. This is going to make her less popular and lowers her overall power. Amumu, another champion which can function on a low budget, can also function on a high budget. So good nerf towards Amumu. Also going to decentivize like overall just early game power ganking. Jarvan is also taking a hit. This will also hit the early game gank kind of jungle meta we're in at the moment. So a lot of changes which will definitely hurt it. System nerfs, Spell Thieves and Spectral Sickle taking a tag. This is going to nerf the amount of income you can get out of these items. This is going to nerf the amount of mana regen and overall spells you can put out into the lane. This will nerf Shove. This will also nerf the amount of gold, will regenerate, like I said. So overall, this will benefit. This won't benefit the other way, but because of the buffs towards the other way, where you're going to be playing these more tanky engage supports over the poke heavy enchanters or ADCs, we're going to see a swing in power, which will definitely also mean that the push is no longer as potent as it once was, as it will be harder to get and you'll be less rewarded for it. Kill XP is also going down, so this will mean that jungle farming is more optimal, is bringing back to be more optimal again. Same with kill comeback. This means that you are incentivized to actually farm rather than just falling behind them and being able to get your XP through kills. Treasure Hunter being nerfed is another thing, another key thing towards Snowball. This overall change will definitely hurt the playstyle quite a bit. And Demonic's clear speed is going down. A lot of Demonic's rushers could work on a fairly low budget of Demonics into Radiant or Demonics into a certain other item. So once again, tagging low econ junglers and junglers which can just chain gank bot lane. Jungle sustain and clear speed. You heal more from kills. Gromp has less health. Rift Herald no longer is a soft state. And Companion AP ratio is down. So these will make it so you can gank faster because Gromp's health is going down. However, because the AP ratio is also going down, this will hurt every AP champion in the jungle, meaning they can't clear as fast. So this will fairly even out. AD junglers, of course, won't be affected by this and will like the change towards base Gromp HP. And D-Shield is getting a slight nerf, which isn't going to impact the current problem which I'm talking about, but will it maybe make it so ADCs can go to other lanes possibly? There is always a chance poke heavy lanes could become a lot stronger, with this being a 33% nerf. So overall, Riot are answering this current problem. It's still really strong. For example, Freak talked about it yesterday on the LCS, and this is what he had to say about it.
Tri-lane bot. Okay, so I can tell you're not playing League right now because that is the current jungle meta. Now I understand why you're missing all your ults because you don't practice. Okay, well that's disheartening. Anyway, thanks for your comments, everyone. Hopefully we'll.
It's a very bot lane heavy meta at the moment. It's a very free man jungle bot support meta. So I definitely recommend duo queuing with jungle if you're an ADC, or the other way around, just trying to play off each other in the current state of the game. And overall, just enjoy it because it's probably going to be adjusted fairly soon, and we're going to see it being less prevalent. Of course, there are other playstyles, and I want to see other playstyles. This has been a bit of a problem for a while now, and it's not... as much as it isn't the worst thing for the game, it's not healthy, and I'm glad Riot are answering it along with other things. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.